You've done this. You get in the car, you start driving home, and then you're home, parked, engine off, and you have absolutely no memory of the drive. You stopped at lights, you changed lanes, you did not hit a single pedestrian. Your body ran a 2-ton machine through traffic flawlessly, and you weren't in the building. You were somewhere else. Buffering, funny, right? A glitch. For most people, it lasts a commute. But for some people, that's not a weird Tuesday. That's every day. Every conversation, every meal, every birthday, watched through glass from the back row, like a ghost renting a body it can't quite feel. So here's the question nobody warns you about. Why would a brain delete its own owner? Why would the thing whose entire job is keeping you alive decide that you, the part that feels things, are the problem to be switched off, and the detail that should genuinely unsettle you, the exact same switch that numbs you to the worst day of your life, also numbs you to the best one? Hold on to that. It's the whole tragedy. By the end, you'll know why the lights go out, and the strange, almost backwards way they come back on. Start with a feed. Right now, under everything, your body is live streaming to your brain, your gut, your heart, your lungs, your skin, all of it pinging upstairs constantly. Too cold, slightly hungry, that hug felt nice, something's off. Scientists call it interoception. Think of it as your body's group chat, and it never stops typing. That feed isn't background noise, it is the raw material of feeling. Every emotion you've ever had is your brain reading the body's messages and going, this is what that means. Now picture the brain as an IT department, one employee, wildly overworked, and the body's feed is mostly fine until trauma turns it into a screaming wall of red alerts that will not stop. Pain, threat, pain, threat. No off hours, no weekends. So the IT guy does what every overwhelmed IT guy does. He kills the notifications. Here's the problem. He can't mute just the bad ones. There's one switch and it's for the whole monitor. So to stop the screaming, he pulls the plug on the entire feed. The body goes quiet. Not peaceful quiet, offline quiet, 404, body not found. This isn't the brain being cute. Researchers found that traumatized people often genuinely can't read their own bodies. Put a key in their hand, eyes closed, and they can't tell you what it is. The signal's there, nobody's answering. And here's the cruel design flaw, the one I told you to hold on to. That single mute button doesn't only kill pain, it kills everything. Turn down terror, and you turn down hunger, warmth, desire, the taste of food, the feeling of being hugged. Over a century ago, a woman told one of the first psychologists, "I have no human sensations." Surrounded by everything that should make life good and unable to feel any of it. A life, she said, of incomprehensible torture. Now, the part that turns a hunch into hard evidence. A researcher named Ruth Lanius put trauma survivors in a brain scanner and gave them the easiest task on earth. Think about nothing. In a normal brain, nothing is busy. A strip of regions down the middle of your head lights up. Your self-monitoring channel, the network that quietly hums, "This is me, here, now." It runs right through a little hub called the insula, the translator that turns body signals into feelings. In the survivors of severe trauma, that whole strip stayed dark. The lights of the self just dimmed off. They were doing nothing, and there was almost nobody home to notice. And once that channel's down, the weirdness cascades. You can't make decisions. Because decisions run on gut feelings, and you've muted your gut. People ask you what you want for dinner, and it's a genuinely impossible question. Some people can't recognize their own face in a mirror. You become a stranger in the one place you can never move out of. This is where it stops being a quirky brain trick. There was a patient, we'll call her Sherry. She picked at her own skin until it bled. Everyone around her assumed she wanted to die. She didn't. She was trying to feel something, like any proof that she was still in there at all. That's what the numbness actually is. Not calm. The unbearable silence of a person who got switched off to survive and couldn't find the way back on. Hold that, because the way back is the part almost nobody gets right. So, why does a brain erase its owner? And how does the owner come back? The erasing was mercy. For a child with no one coming to help, leaving a body that only delivers pain isn't a malfunction. Oh, it's the smartest move available. The lights didn't fail. They were switched off on purpose to survive. But here's the backwards part, the thing that trips up almost everyone who tries to heal. You cannot think your way back into yourself. Insight doesn't reach those dark regions. They don't speak English, they speak sensation. You can understand exactly why you're numb, in perfect detail, and feel absolutely nothing change. Sherry knew her whole story. It didn't switch a single light back on. What did? A massage table, breath, movement, being touched gently until the body started sending again, and someone was finally there to receive it. The self doesn't get reasoned back online from the top down, it gets felt back on from the bottom up. There's an old line that nails it: you can't do what you want until you know what you're doing, and you can't know what you're doing if you can't feel you're doing it. So if some part of you has been watching your life through glass, the lights aren't broken, they're dimmed, and you don't think your way home. You feel your way back.